Hi everyone, this is Amanda Ellis of amandaellis.co.uk and Facebook page Angelic Celestial Colours, making a short video for you today on the 8th of January 2015, and this is going to help to install better habits, new patterns into your life. And I need to explain a little bit about the backdrop to why I'm doing this, because it came a little bit out of the blue today. And I've just done a healing session with somebody and was looking at trying to install energetically some new positive affirmations and colours into their body. And I heard very clearly Metatron talking about a 44-day period which is needed to install positive habits. Now, the backdrop to this is this morning I was listening to the radio. Always get up and put the radio on for music in the morning, and I caught the tail end of an interview, and I didn't catch the person's name, but it was a psychologist who was talking about how long it takes to install a new habit or behaviour in our life going forward. And he said there is this myth out there in society that it takes around about 21 days. And he's saying it is a bit of a myth, because when he actually researched it, goes back to about a book that was printed in probably the 1970s, maybe a little bit later, by a plastic surgeon of all people, who was talking about how long it takes to get used to a new appearance of yourself. And he was saying, okay, the latest scientific research in this area is that actually it takes more like 66 days to become really comfortable with a new habit and behaviour, and for it to be consistent and to be entrenched in your life as something that you just do more or less automatically. And in the same way, obviously, to stop doing something that is detrimental to you also takes about that long to actually sort of clear it from your energy field. Two things I thought about that when I first heard it. Firstly, I thought, crikey, 66 days sounds a hell of a long time before you can actually clear something negative from your system, or a habit or a behaviour. And then I also was thinking 66 as a number. So I'm just being drawn upward, actually, looking out of my window, because there's a rainbow appeared. And it's a really strange sky. It's been pouring with rain here, but we've got sunshine as well now. There's a very dark cloud overhead, and there is just the tail end of a rainbow appearing, which seems very strange. There's no actual rain at the moment, but it feels a beautiful symbolism, actually, for what I'm just talking about. The pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right outside my window. Okay, so I lost my train of thought there by that rainbow. I was talking about 66 as a number. The numerology of 66 isn't particularly spiritual, because it deals very much with earthly material concerns. And those were my thoughts when I heard the interview this morning. Go forward a couple of hours, and I was doing some distance healing for somebody, and I very clearly heard Metatron say, it doesn't have to be 66 days, you know, it can be 44. Now, 44 is a number which is very much associated with the angelic realm. Those of you that have read books by Doreen Virtue in particular, she pays a lot of attention to the number 44. And I think that it's a more manageable figure than 66. It's obviously less. But also, some of you might be watching this thinking, 44 days, that still seems like a hell of a long time. Why can't we just wave a magic wand and it all be taken away instantly? My feeling here, and what Metatron I feel is saying to us, is that it would be a little bit too easy, wouldn't it? Because sometimes when we've fallen into bad habits and bad behaviours, bad patterns, there is a reason behind why we've done that. There is an emotional response that we are that is being met by that habit or that behaviour a lot of the time, and so therefore we have to heal that. The 44-day period is really not just about installing a positive habit, it is about cleansing away the past one as well. So it's a healing process. It's like a 44-day healing process. And I really feel today as though he's setting down a challenge for all of us, for you and for me, to do something over the next 44 days. Now, you might be watching this video in a year's time. It doesn't have to start today. The point is that you allot a 44-day period, and I'm making this film right at the beginning of January 2015, so it feels a perfect time for a new start. And I'm just sort of looking at my calendar thinking, okay, today's the 8th. We've also got the 11th coming up on Sunday. And 11, again, is a number very much associated with Metatron. I'm sort of feeling I might start it from the 11th. I also need a couple of days to build up to new things as well. That's just who I am. But in all seriousness, I'd like you to really take up the challenge if it resonates with you. So what we're going to be doing over this 44-day period is what Metatron is saying is you have to think of something in your life that is dysfunctional, that you're doing on a regular basis. It's quite habitual, it's not particularly good for you, and that you'd like to give up, and that you would like to replace it with something better. So I'm going to give you an example from my own life because it's the best way to illustrate it. It's not the deepest, most spiritual example I can share, but it's one that I know you'll all understand. The psychologist this morning was also talking about the fact that sometimes when you have a habit that you're doing all the time, it's to do with circumstance. So he used the example of going to a cinema and always buying popcorn. Even if you don't particularly like popcorn, you buy the popcorn because it's associated with the cinema. And so he's saying a lot of habits are obviously associated with the circumstance or the situation in which you find yourself in. So my very banal, simple example is every evening, work hard during the day, sit down, relax, put the television on. I will always reach for a packet of crisps. And my children now are really beating me up about it and saying, come on, mum, you don't need those. And I know I don't need them. The point is, in my mind, in some way, I've associated sitting down in the evening with having a packet of crisps. So in that situation, I obviously need to get rid of that old habit. It's not particularly good for my body to be eating those 7 times a week, to be perfectly honest, but also to replace it with something positive. So it could be, actually, rather than doing that, I actually take myself off down to the sea. I live 10-minute walk from the sea, go and have a little walk by the sea, eat an apple, it doesn't matter, open a book, ring a friend. It's replacing something that is not particularly good for you with something positive. So that's quite a simple example. It can, of course, be deeper than that, although, of course, with food, sometimes there are very complex reasons why we do things anyway. And it may well be something to do with diet or exercise that you want to be looking at. But it can also be about installing another habit. It could be something where you come in from work in the evening, you're doing a sort of 9-to-5 job or something, and then I've done this myself, by the time you get home you're really tired, you can't be bothered to do anything else, you just, again, stick the television on, it's automatic. Maybe in that scenario it's actually allowing half an hour or 20 minutes in the evening after you've had your meal and washed up to actually sit down and do some meditation. So many people say to me, oh, I can't connect with Metatron in the way that you do. I can't seem to talk to him in the way that you do and get the messages. And I will always say to them, when was the last time you actually sat down and tried to connect to him? And 9 times out of 10, they sort of go quite quiet because they realise they're not doing it. So it's about installing a new positive habit. There are 3 colours that can help us with this 44-day journey, which I feel we're on. And I'm just looking for them because I think I've just gone and put them back. Let me just go and grab them. Green. Okay, we've got white, we've got green, and the other one, I'm just tuning into the other colour that we need. This one. Okay. The white energy, actually I felt like I needed to wear white today as well, which is interesting, is a cleanser. Okay, so the white energy is a cleansing energy. It helps you, whatever situation you're trying to remove from your life, and this can also be emotional responses to people as well. It could be that you're somebody that never stands up for themselves, and so for the next 44 days you need to be learning to stand up for yourself, to have better boundaries, to say no, sometimes, rather than just yes and be a people pleaser the whole time. Whatever it is, the white is good for helping to cleanse away from your aura and your physical body all those old memories and remnants of that old pattern and behaviour. So the white is great, and Metatron is just saying spray that around me now, so you can also feel a little bit of that. It's like a breath of fresh air. Beautiful. The next one, and if you don't have the sprays, you can obviously visualize the colors as well. Emerald green. This one is linked into renewal and recovery. It's a very, very deep healer, and it will help to help you come to terms and heal whatever are the emotional reasons behind what you're doing at the moment, which is harmful to you. So it could be overspending, it could be gambling, it could be drinking too much, it could be working too much. You know, it can all be a bit workaholic at times. Whatever it is that you're doing, but there is an emotional reason behind what you're doing, the green energy comes in and it just helps to heal at a cellular level what it is that you've been doing and how that has been affecting your body. Let me spray the emerald green. These are intelligent energies, they know where they need to go. And I'm instantly transported to nature with this one. You know, it's as nature revives us, the emerald green energy can revive us as well. And also the green is the complementary colour to red, so it goes right to our base chakra, to our foundation. We are actually changing the foundations on which our day-to-day life is built. And what Metatron is showing me is it's like the foundations are there, and it's like what we're doing is we're removing one faulty brick from the foundation and we are replacing it with something better, of better quality, of better material. And that actually feels a really nice piece of symbolism. So that's the green. The last one, and I think they are quite nice to be used in this order actually: white, emerald, new dawn. It's a very, very beautiful pale gold colour. It's called Sunrise New Dawn. The name says it all in a way, like the rainbow just did up there as well. This is what we are heading towards, us being much more in our own power, feeling better about ourselves because we've let go of all that old nonsense we were doing, and we've replaced it with something very positive. So I'm just going to spray the Sunrise New Dawn now as the sun streams through my window as well. I'm also getting the word control. It's as though it helps us to be back in control of our life and our destiny. Those three together feel pretty powerful. The last thing I would like to do, just to help you to kickstart this 44-day challenge, which is what we're calling it, our Metatron challenge, is I'd like Metatron to help you now, for you to tune into what it is that maybe you need to be working on, as maybe an old habit to get rid of and a new thing to come in its place. Okay, so we're going to use the purple, linked into our sacral chakra. Beautiful colour. It's linked into the sacral and it's the colour plum. Maybe just tuning into the vibrancy of that colour as well. Beautiful purple. And as we allow Archangel Metatron's energy to come close to us, feel his love and his support, but also his determination for us to be the best that we can be. And I'd like you to see that foundation, which is your life. And I'd like you to see the one brick in it that is discoloured and old. Maybe it's crumbling, maybe it has holes. It's looking like it needs repointing or completely removing. Metatron is just slipping that brick out of the foundation, and you are seeing what it represents. This is something that you are doing to yourself that is detrimental to you. He's saying over the 44-day period, This brick will be removed and will be replaced with a new one. There is a new brick here. I'd like you to see what it represents. It could be exercise, it could be healthy diet, it could be loving yourself more, it could be spending more time with your children, it could be leaving work a bit earlier, it could be contacting those you love, it could be taking a walk, it could be meditating. It's something that you're going to be doing every day for the next 44 days. And it's achievable and it's doable. And it's something you can build into your present lifestyle. He's also saying it'd be good to keep a journal for the 44 days. He's also showing me a calendar here with the 44-day period on it. It's like they're all blacked out. And one by one we go through and we tick it off. By the end of the 44-day period, he's promising us, if we stick to it, because we're going to have his support through the process, we can start 2015 in a much better frame of mind, with positive, ingrained, entrenched habits that bring us joy. Good luck, everyone. Let me know how you get on, and I will be honest as well and let you know how I get on. Much love. Bye for now. Oh, before I switch off, bottles, for those of you that don't know my work, they're up on my website, amandaellis.co.uk, and they are all available to buy, and I'm on Facebook. My page is Angelic Celestial Colours. Much love. Bye.